very eventful, from Dan and Lauren to who else can I think of? The Trey and Ernestine, to D, Momo, Piari and Rome, Bethany and debacle over there. Y'all, I don't want to. I want to touch back on Lauren and Dan. It's truly a thin line between love and hate. So, in the last skit that I watched with them, basically, Dan, and y'all, if I don't respond to your comments, my moderators, if trolls get in here, take care of that for me. If you come in, please click like and subscribe. But I won't be able to respond to all comments because I'm driving right now. Just kind of thinking out loud. So the plot twist in me, plot twist in me, is thinking that Dan could very well leave Lauren alone. He could very well go ahead, go on about his business, and leave Atlanta and leave her well-be until the podcast. I think there's a wild card out there we're not thinking about. I think that there's someone out there that's more psychotic, that's more diabolical, that's more calculated than Dan, if the writers were to use this character. I think it's somebody out there that literally hates Lauren, wants to see Lauren suffer, and would do anything to see Lauren suffer. Who do y'all think I'm thinking about? Somebody that we forgot about in the skit. Somebody that we don't talk about a lot. Somebody who hasn't had a lot of scenes in the skits. Somebody who came in, came out. Another person that Lauren is thinking that she done one up or she got the bigger hand on. Somebody Lauren who thinks she played with everybody else. Somebody who Lauren thinks she was slick with. Yeah. I'm talking about Mr. Big's wife. We haven't heard very much from Mr. Big's wife. She kind of comes and goes in and out. But the last few scenes that we've seen with her, she made it her business to go out. Hey, Marcus Smith, I'm doing plot twist with Riri a little early. The last time we seen her, she was very intentional about asking Lauren to go out to have lunch with her. Dinner with her. During this conversation, again, Lauren was being Lauren was trying to, pick her brain when her brain was really getting picked. I don't know if the writers will go here. That's why I'm saying plot twist with Riri. But something telling me the wife is the wild card in this situation. I could even see things happening to Lauren or the people around Lauren, or letters being wrote to Lauren, and they think it's Dan, but it's really Mr. Big's wife. I think Mr. Big's wife is the wild card we're not thinking about in this situation. Or it could be that Mr. Big's wife already know about Dan, and maybe she will reach out to Dan and, keep the thing going, because Lauren doesn't have a restraining order on her. So I'm just really, really thinking, are the writers going to add Mrs. Biggs to the equation? Because y'all, there was a reason she invited her out to dinner that night. There was a reason she was letting, again, just like Wayne doing, letting Wayne think that it was, everything cool. Yeah, I heard him. I told y'all he be, I was talking to Dan. Y'all think I don't be talking to Dan? Some of these characters I'm talking to for real. Y'all thought it was a joke. But Dan didn't use it right. Dan used it too late. I the one told Dan it was a misunderstanding. Now he over there telling Lauren it's a misunderstanding. I'm telling you. I'm telling him what I know. If he just take my other advice and lay low, you better lay low. That's what Winston said. You better lay low. Cause baby, yeah, Dan told it was a misunderstanding. But he used it in the wrong, content. I be trying to teach Dan something, but Dan don't be listening to me. Yeah, Dan know it's a misunderstanding. Yeah, it didn't work though today. He wasn't able to get through to it with the misunderstanding. Yeah. But y'all, I'm telling you, I feel like Mrs. Big done dealt with a lot of women and her husband's cheating. But something about that affair with Lauren triggered her. And I think it was like it always has been with Lauren. Lauren has the tendency to play in people's face. And I think because she played in Mrs. Biggs' face, that's why Mrs. Biggs is out to get Lauren. I think she been sitting back in the cut the whole time. But again, I don't know where the writers go with this. They may not be going there. That's why I'm saying plot twist with Riri. Y'all, when I say plot twist with Riri, I'm speaking, plot twist with Riri for me is there is no right or wrong answer to the equation. That's what I'm talking about. Cause some people are like, oh, that's not gonna happen. No way that's gonna happen. I feel like in Skitland, this is just my philosophy. I feel like in Skitland, anything can happen, including your catchphrases being used in a skit. I mean, misunderstanding, that's not something, that's something anybody can say, but I'm just saying that I do use misunderstanding. That is my catchphrase, misunderstanding. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I ain't going to say they got it from me. But I'm just saying, it's a misunderstanding out there. I keep that between me and my subscribers. They know where misunderstanding came from. Amen and amen again. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We won't focus on it. But it's a misunderstanding, as Dan said. But I think the biggest misunderstanding is Lauren think that Dan is her biggest op. Dan not your biggest op. Mrs. Big's wife is. Well, if I was the writer. I know that I say that all the time. If I was the writer, things would go a little bit different. If I was the writer, yeah. It would be a misunderstanding with Mrs. Big's wife. Because I'm telling you, it's something about that last skit. And if we do plot twist with Riri tonight, I want us to look back. And again, I told y'all I got a few copyright claims. And the copyright claims are not like the copyright strikes, but they still can stop monetization. So I want to be very careful and intentional. I might show the picture, but I might start doing the rewrites. It's going to take a little work from y'all in, too. But what I might start doing is actually giving y'all the link to the clip, and then we'll go back and discuss it. I might put the picture up, because there's no harm in putting the picture up, and then I'll send y'all the link and let y'all link it up how you want to link it up. Does that make sense? So we might have to start doing that, y'all. I think that no, I'm not saying circle back to Mr. Big. Oh, I don't know if she's done that or not. Are you saying she's already done that, or you think she might do that? I'm not saying that she goes circle back to Mr. Big. I'm saying Mr. Big's wife is still out there, and Mrs. Big's wife is the wild card. I think she gonna be so focused on Dan and Dan doing this, that, and the third. Writers, I hope I ain't stepping on nobody's toes. I'm not a writer, y'all. I'm not a writer, but I gotta the stuff go through my brain, and sometimes I can't wait on them to come up with whatever. So I just make stuff up in my head. Amen. If one of y'all, I know Rolanda doing her own thing, her own skit thing, and some more people got their own skit things they doing. If y'all need a writer, holla at Riri. I got some scenarios in my brain. My ADHD brain gives me all kind of different scenarios. So just FYNI, Riri is available for writing. But if I was a writer, plot twist, I would say that Mr. Big's wife is still, she in the picture, y'all. She was trying to be her friend. They was trying to be cool. And I'm going to get that skit for y'all. I'm going to get that skit for y'all tonight when I get home and get settled. I don't care how late it is. I'm going to give y'all those skits. It has always been my theory and my philosophy that the day they met in the elevator, that wife looked at the body language. I've been in places with people that I was involved with, had dealings with, and I've seen my friends, even family, amen. And just based on their body language, I knew they was messing around. I knew they had messed around or something. I had no proof. I had no evidence, but it was there. And sometimes you can have this thing called intuition. And I've had it my whole life where sometimes I feel things and I see things before they happen. My last day at work at my last job, I literally spoke it. Von Voice Views and somebody else, they can tell you. When I walked in there that morning, I said, you know what, this today. I had already started packing my stuff before they told me anything because I felt it in my spirit. I felt it. And intuition is real. Sometimes as women and as people, we will ignore it. Just like in friendships. That's why I say with Shayla. If Shayla don't know, Shayla know. And I'm going to repeat that. If Shayla don't know, Shayla know. And what I mean by that is sometimes you can know in your gut and your spirit that something's going on. But it's so far-fetched that you like, nah, I'm tripping. No, that can't be. No, you know what? Let me shake this off. That can't be right. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say that part as well. Sometimes people can know and not know. Sometimes some truths can be so horrific that we block it out. That's like a lot of people who were unfortunately molested as kids or SA'd. And they don't remember it until they're in their late 30s, 40s, things like that. You don't even remember it because it was so horrific you want to block it out. But you don't know why you're so uneasy around certain people or why that certain uncle or that certain friend of the family freaks you out. You don't know why. You just know that you feel uneasy. And that's what I mean by it. Shayla didn't just start disliking Delicia as her friend all of a sudden. It was the body language. And when I say body language, you know, again, the writers may not use this in the skits at all. John, I'm looking for Mitchell. When I get to Mitchell, make sure I exit. They may not be looking at the body language or anything at all, but I look at those things when I look at a scene. That's why I trip out when people in the comments get so in an uproar and they're like, oh, this could never happen or that could never happen. Anything is possible when you're dealing with fiction. A fiction story can go one way and then they can take it somewhere else and it'll still make sense. So that's why I say with plot twists with Riri, nothing is right or wrong until we see it in the skits. I don't see why Lauren keeps meeting up with Dan.
There's Mitchell.
Isn't he violent? I got it. Yeah, that Lauren is playing a very dangerous game. I see where she's coming from, because as a low life as she is, and I'm going to call it what it is, because she used her mama to act like her mama was sick to get money from Mr. Biggs and get money from Dan. $40,000 is a lot to disappear from a joint account when you marry. That's why I keep saying that I truly believe that the wife knows something about this. John, let me see your glasses real quick. Me and my son had the same prescription.
Yes, I use my glasses.
And I left my glasses. I gotta find my glasses when I get back to the house too, remind me. So y'all, I'm finna look a little bit off. Lauren, that friend with Miami. Yep, it could be something with the friend in Miami. You never know. But I feel like with the It ain't gonna be what we think. Because we all kind of got an inkling that, or we got this feeling that Dan is gonna be the one that, what's the word I'm looking for? The Dan is gonna be the one that's gonna be the wild card or may do something. But I just got a feeling we can't rule out Mr. Big's wife. And if you got an intuition about somebody like that, it don't hurt to do a little investigating. Like if I was somebody with money, as we can assume Mr. Biggs and his wife got money, they got restaurants, this, that, and the third. He's the lawyer. The first thing I seen Lauren, I would have investigated her and Dan, because the first thing the wife said was she never seen Dan in the building before. So by her never seeing him in the building before, she knew all her neighbors. It all goes back to, I think that's where I think that's the church right here. Yep. It all goes back to, you know, doing your homework, doing your due diligence. So y'all, things just got real. I just made it to the church, asking for prayers for my cousin and her friend's family. Unexpected departure. Another one of my friends, my college friends, passed away also within the last 2 weeks or whatever. There's a lot going on in the world. And on a serious note, if you love somebody, tell them you love them today. If you have a friend you ain't talked to in a while, you know, talk to their friend, make those phone calls, tell people you love them while they're here. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I will talk to y'all later. And just God bless you all. Talk to you later. I'll be back later on.